motorcycle parking. How awesome. Hey everybody, welcome back to Me and My Shadow. Hope everybody is doing well today. Today is just another average day in the life of Tim and Me and My Shadow. And of course we're out for a ride because today is my Saturday, even though I'm filming on a Friday. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope this video finds everybody doing well. Today's surprisingly a cooler day. We've had mid 80s to 90s, which has been beautiful weather. Of course that happens when I'm working. And days off it rains and it gets a lot cooler, but I'm not complaining. It's only about 60 degrees outside. Another beautiful day, and today we are out testing the bike on a commuter run. That's right, I'm going to start taking my motorcycle into work, and I want to test my GPS to see which way it's going to take me, if it takes me any different than I normally go. Just see how the bike runs and start turning the Shadow into more of a daily commuter. There's several different reasons behind that. Number one, of course, is that I love to ride, and any chance I get to ride will be great. But number two is to just kind of test the gas mileage. I got my mileage written down. I want to see how things are going to go. Had an appointment over at a place called Twisted Metal. They normally just work on Harley Davidsons, but I explained my situation. I'm looking to get some extenders or extensions to my back passenger pegs for my wife. She needs a little bit more comfort, and her legs are kind of held up too high on the pegs themselves. I put a short out a few days ago in regards to this. And I'm just trying to see if I can get some kind of either extensions made or something to lower the pegs down a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. I know the exhaust pipe is going to get in the way, so I can only go down so far on the one side, of course. But I'm trying to just get a little bit more comfort. So if any of you guys have any suggestions in regards to extensions, have you done extensions for passenger pegs? Leave a comment and let me know. I mean, I know there's a lot of you out there that fabricate metals and make your own parts and stuff like that, and to you it's not a big deal at all. You're like, well, just make the part and fit it on there. Well, I'm challenged that way, so I have to buy it or have it made. So Twisted Metal does that sort of thing. Like I said, they normally work on Harley Davidsons, but they did have me come down. They took some pictures of it. They're going to do some ideas and get back with me with a cost to see just what the heck this is going to cost me to do that. But the cost is worth it, especially, if anything, to have my bride be more comfortable on the motorcycle and to ride more with me is always a huge plus. Why is it seems like whenever I go to record a video, it's a cloudy day? Somebody trying to tell me something. Roundabouts. Hate roundabouts. And I think there's like 3 roundabouts on my way to work. As a matter of fact, I know there is at least 3 roundabouts that I absolutely hate. I don't know why I hate roundabouts. Because I guess they don't make that much sense to me. I don't know if roundabouts make any sense to you. Leave a comment. I realize that you don't have to wait on the light to change or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school. I prefer the good old traffic signals. It's just too much opportunity for somebody to jump out in front of you on these, and you have to be really, really careful, especially when you're on a motorcycle, because people just do not see you anyway. And when you're in a roundabout situation like this, they really don't see you, because all they're trying to do is get around the curve as quickly as they can to get to wherever it is they need to be. Roundabouts suck, man. That's all there is to it. Like right here. This sucks. But we made it. That's probably the busiest roundabout I have to worry about. Oh, I can answer some questions that I got in comments. And make a few comments about comments I got. How's that sound? So, I got one comment, and, you know, I'm not going to badmouth anybody. Leave whatever comment you want. I'm not complaining. I'm not, bitching or anything. But I think it was obviously from somebody that has not watched my channel and asked a question that, was pretty simple, but kind of took me back a little bit. And they were like, it's 85 degrees outside. Why are you wearing a jacket and gloves? And I'm like, are you kind of being a smartass? Or is this an honest question? So I treated it as if it was a legitimate, honest question that somebody was concerned as to why I would wear so much in the heat. So I proceeded to answer back, of course, and let them know why exactly. Protection. I like my skin on my body. Things like that. This is definitely taking me a weird way. Let's see, another comment I got. What type of bars are these? And I don't know. They're stock bars are they called beach bars? I don't know. They came with the motorcycle originally. They may look a little bit different because I did adjust them and move them up a little bit. But I honestly do not know what type of bars these are called. They're definitely not ape hangers. They're not mini apes. They're not whatever type of bars. I just don't know what to say to that. So, if you ask that question, just know that these are the bars that came with the motorcycle. Slightly adjusted upward for my comfort. Beyond that, they're just motorcycle bars. I hope you like them. I know I like them. They're just fine. Using as your daily commuter, make sure that you are checking your tires, make sure that you don't have any, even if let's say you bought the tires and you've hardly driven on them. Motorcycle tires are not like car tires. They tend to rot. So you want to make sure that you don't have any kind of rot or anything that's going to cause problems. Obviously, we all do maintenance on our motorcycle, but there's really no slacking with maintenance on your motorcycle. Make sure your oil's changed. If you have a liquid-cooled engine, such as the Honda Shadow 750, make sure all your fluid levels are good and you don't have any leaks. Just kind of keep a closer eye on those things. I would say on more of a daily basis, because if you're using it day in, day out to ride back and forth to work, the last thing you want, especially in my situation, because I get off at like 4:30 a.m., the last thing you really want is to have the motorcycle break down on you when you're just trying to make it home, right? Here's a beautiful part. See what I'm talking about? Look at all these roads out here to explore. There are tons of cool little roads out here to explore. Just make sure also that all your lights are working, that your brake lights are working, that your turn signals are working, and that everything's in good working condition and order before you take off. It only takes a few minutes, especially if you get into a habit of doing it. It just becomes a routine like anything else. Obviously, it's good for safety, of course, but it's also, vital that you get to work on time. At least with me it is. I don't have the kind of job where I can just get there when I want to. I have to be there at a specific time or I get penalized and get in trouble. So just make sure that you're taking care of what needs to be taken care of on the bike. And let me tell you something, I think the Honda Shadow 750 is a mid-sized cruiser that's going to be perfect for commuting back and forth to work. I don't think commute is going to really be an issue. It handles well anyway, but it's going to handle really good in traffic, in-town situations, parking lot situations, all those things. The bike just handles well, so you're not going to have that big of a problem with it. And man, just enjoy the ride. Just think how lucky you are if you get to commute back and forth to work every day on your bike. Nobody likes to really go to work. I mean, it's okay. I mean, you got to pay bills, right? But at the same time, if you can enjoy the ride in by riding your motorcycle, and then you get to enjoy the ride home and kind of clear your head by, I don't know, just being able to ride the bike home when you're done with your shift or your work day. Look at that. It's just beautiful expanse out there. Well, then it makes everything all the better, doesn't it? And I gotta say, guys, so far the commute has not been bad. It's hard for me to have a whole bunch of motorcycle commuting tips right now, as I'm kind of new to this as far as being able to commute back and forth on a daily basis. Except for to say, like I said, maintenance is going to be very key. Keep an eye on things. Make sure all bolts stay fastened. If you're adding new equipment, such as highway bars, things like that, guys, do yourself a favor. Use Loctite. Continued vibration will shake stuff loose after a while. I don't think the Honda rides as hard as, say, a Harley would, but at the same time, just make sure that, just give it a good once over. And on your day off, go out and just kind of check everything, that's all. Make sure you have a comfortable seat. Make sure that you have adequate storage. I know not everybody works in a warehouse like I do, and you may end up having to take a laptop in or what have you to the office. So just make sure that you have plenty of room on the motorcycle for those such things. I want to thank everybody for following along with me today on this weird video. I hope somebody got something out of it. leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I'm interested, how far, if you do commute to work, how far is your commute and what's it like? Do you do it and have you stopped doing it, or do you do it and just love it? Guys, this is Tim with Me and My Shadow. Thanks so much for watching the channel. If you're so inclined, do please leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. This is Tim with Me and My Shadow. I hope everybody has a good day, a great weekend, and we will talk to you again real soon.